Hello, everybody, and welcome back to more Age of Strife.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
here is our rough layout of the area. We've got the shrubbery wall out here with the gate. We've got the guard who's standing by the front door. And then we've got the road that goes to the front door and the road that goes to the stables behind the front door, which you could kind of see during the daylight from over here. This is all roughly to scale. And I think we do have an Aldous character. Okay. So it is nighttime, which means it is dark.
Okay.
Let me give your character some vision.
Excuse me.
Okay, so here you are.
I think it's all black for
Oh,
me.
it's all black for you. Okay, let's. It's because of that. There you go. Now can you see?
Yes.
Okay. There you go. Knock yourself out. You approach at night.
Okay.
I guess I
Go
should.
far from the gate and I try to climb over.
Yeah. Hold on, let me just really quickly not be ridiculous. And then okay, cool. So you climb to the gate and try and climb over. Give me a acrobatics check to do so, or athletics, whichever you prefer.
Acrobatics.
19, nice. You scale the wall without too much trouble, or not. I guess it's not a wall; it's the fence.
I can't actually
I
move.
can move you on the other side. I blocked it so that you couldn't move across my
Nice.
portion.
That's kind of cool. I didn't know that you had that much power with it.
I have all the power in the world. You scale to the other side of the fence. It's just kind of a grassy area. There are a few trees about, which I will attempt to put in right now. Oh god, that's not that big. It's
Damn.
not that big. Okay, there you go.
I move silently and quickly to the behind the tree.
Okay, you are there now.
Now I'm
Well,
going
give
to
me a
try
move silently check. I'm sorry.
stealth check.
Yeah, stealth check.
Perfect.
Seriously? Fuck, man. That's like your fourth 20 today.
Third.
Third? Okay, whatever. You have made it behind the tree.
Now, because the building is right there, he shouldn't be able to see me anymore, and I just walk right to the back of the house,
Okay.
quickly and silently.
There you go. You have made it to the back of the house.
I look for a window where I can scale, because second story work, this should be quick and easy for me. And I try to find somewhere I can climb and get into the house.
Okay, there is a. Well, you move around the house until you find what looks like a window, and then go ahead and climb in it.
Okay. Do I need to roll or?
No, no, just like literally just move yourself around a house. Oh, hold on, wait. Okay, go. Keep going. You see light pouring out of the second story window. Um, there are a couple of first story windows, but they have their shutters shut. That doesn't mean you can't get through them, but it is difficult to. But that second story window has light emanating from it.
Can I climb up quietly and try to see inside stealthily? Peek in?
Yeah, give me yourself an acrobatics check.
Another perfect 20.
Jesus Christ, man.
Fuck yeah. So I can peek in? They don't
Yeah,
notice?
you peek in.
What do I see? I can't believe it. I'm getting this lucky. Something bad's gonna happen.
You see a child sitting at his desk, quill in hand, staring at a piece of paper, looking extraordinarily bored.
Can I just wait until the light goes off for a while?
Yeah, I mean you can hold up there for I want to say 1 minute for every point of strength that you have. You can hold your position on the window. How many points of strength do you have?
10.
Okay, so you can hold yourself there for 10 minutes. Let's see how those 10 minutes go for you. All right. Within 5 minutes, the kid has scrawled something, folded up the paper, and is turned his back and is now like in the middle of his room playing with some uh, wooden horses and a wooden chariot, like little miniature ones. His back is to you in the window.
How big's the room?
His bedroom is about 5 times the size of your bedroom. It's like 30 feet by 30 feet. You grew up in like a tiny ass little bedroom inside a hobbit hill on the side of a river. This guy has, it must be like a third of the size of that entire building. Is it? Can it even be 30 feet by 30 feet? No, it can't be 30 feet by 30 feet. It's 10 feet by 30 feet.
So it's a big room.
It's a big room. Yeah. It's a big long room with like a bed at one end and like some play toys over here and a thingy over there and some tables over here and like an art canvas over here and a sitting chair and a bookshelf and yada
Are
yada
his
yada
clothes
yada.
and whatnot, his wardrobe there.
His wardrobe is there. Yep.
And am I close to the wardrobe? Is it on the other side of the room? Does it look like there's a clear path to get around
The
him?
wardrobe would be on this side of the room. The bed would be
I can't
on.
see. I can't see
Oh,
anything.
okay. Um, the wardrobe would be. Can you see that?
I saw that ping.
Yeah,
That's it.
the wardrobe would be on this side of the room. The bed would be on this side of the room, and the kid is
It's all
himself.
black though below, so I can't see any pings of the room or anything like
Yeah,
that.
I'm not pinging inside the room.
Okay. So the wardrobe's on the other side of the window
Yeah,
against the wall, and he's got his back to me.
yeah, he's got it back to you, and he's in the middle of the room, just playing with some toys.
And it's well lit.
Yeah, there are a couple of lights inside. It looks like oil lamps, illuminating the bedroom and glowing out through the window.
How old does he look?
10, maybe 11.
And this is 5 minutes in.
Yeah,
Can I wait 4 more minutes and see what he does?
sure. So he keeps playing with his toys for another 3 minutes, and on the fourth minute, he gets up and goes over towards a section near his bed. You have to like kind of crane your neck to see what's going on, and takes a squat on one of the pots. Looks like he's, doing his nightly soil feeding.
Okay. Is there anywhere I can sit to give my hands a break? to hold so I can reposition myself and hold on, or what?
Mm-mm. You'd have to go down and like rest for a good like 5 or 10 minutes to get your strength back.
Um. All right, let me wait 1 more minute. Let him finish up his shit.
Okay. He finishes up his apparently not a shit or like the fastest shit that man's ever done. That also includes no wiping, and comes back to play with his toys.
Oh, that's awful. All right. Well, his back is to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to sneak in.
Give me a sleight of hands check to see how quietly you can open the window. If you get another fucking 20, I'm gonna kill you. Oh, thank God. All right, so you open the window with a, and as you do so, the kid like looks over his shoulder to look at you. He is surprised by it, which means you have one round of activity before he makes any actions. But he looks at you and he's kind of like, "Huh?"
I go. I hear that you are looking for some adventure, and I give him a big grin and a thumbs up.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Against his willpower. Adventure? Yeah! And he scampers over to the window.
You must remain quiet, though.
What's the adventure? Are you gonna take me away and give me a magic lamp with genies?
There's not necessarily a magic lamp, but there are ornate swords, and I can make you a knight.
I want to be a knight.
I heard that about you. My name is Astor, and I put out my hand. It's a pleasure to meet you, my master.
Astor, my name is Little Jimmy.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Where are we
Finally.
going?
Well, I'm actually really cold. Do you think I could put some clothes on before we leave? We're going far to the north, and we're going to
He.
kill, and we're going to take on the elves together.
Oh, stupid elves.
I
Um,
hate them.
yeah, here, I've got some clothes. And he takes you directly to his wardrobe and pulls out some, nice big fluffy winter coats and all sorts of shit.
All right, I put on the nicest shit that I can, and
Okay.
I get decked out, and I use his water basin to clean my face off, and as quickly as I can, and I tell him, "Wait a second! I just realized I forgot your sword and armor. Do you want me to get it for you?"
Yeah, get it for me, get it for me.
Okay, you wait here, and I leave out the window.
Okay. And that's probably the last we ever see of little Jimmy.
Okay.
Give me another stealth check to see if you can make
Oh,
it
and I
back.
take my letter and I put it in the pocket of my new awesome looking wealthy
Yeah, I
clothes.
figured you just put your new clothes over your old clothes. You didn't
Sure.
like leave your dirty clothes in the kid's bedroom, right? You took them with you.
I took them I have them in
Yeah,
my hand. I'm gonna
yeah.
get rid of them.
Give me a stealth check to see if you can sneak past the guard again and make it to the shrubberies.
Okay. Actually, what if I go out the back and I don't go back out the front? What if I go behind the stables and escape?
Then there's another property on the other side of
Oh,
the back
okay.
fence.
Okay. Here we go with the stealth.
All right. And an acrobatics check to climb over the shrubbery. Fucking
Yes.
hell. Okay. You, God, you killed those shrubbery climbs. Um, you quickly make it across the grassy field. You make it to the shrubs. You slide between them and climb through them. And in a moment, you are safe and sound back on the street. This time, dressed as a wealthy little prince or a wealthy little lord.
Okay. Um, I wait. I go somewhere where I can hide, and I wait until morning, and I pat a little bit of dirt on me, and I rip my sleeve a little bit, and I look, and I try to make it look like I've been roughed up a little bit.
Okay. Morning comes around. It's now been 48 hours since you've had any food. It's been a while since you've had water. I mean, you can find some water here and there, so that's not actually an issue. But you are definitely getting hungry. It's not time for in-game like starvation effects yet, but keep in mind you haven't eaten in 2 days in like 48
Okay.
hours.
Um, can I look through some trash and shit for like bread heels or anything like that?
Yeah, if you want, you can start digging through the trash to try and find some food.
I do it out of sight though, while it's still dark. I try to just get some bread and stuff in me.
You find some meager food. Give me a constitution check to see if you can even down it, because it's. I mean, you've never had to dig through the trash for food before, and the stuff you're
Okay.
coming up with is not happy.
Okay. 19.
All right, yeah,
That's
you stomach it. You down the food. It is
I feel
literally the
okay.
worst thing you've ever had. It's like stale bread that was left in the like 2 day old soup was just like tossed out onto like this pile of garbage that had some stale bread on it, and like it soaked through, and then it sat all night. So it's
But
like
it's not gonna kill me though, right? Like
it's not
it's
going to kill you, but it's just like disgusting and gross, and there were like ants on it, and it's like the flavor is bad, the texture is bad, everything about it is
but it's
awful.
sustenance though. It's
It's
sustenance.
physical sustenance.
Okay. I wait for morning.
Okay, morning rolls around.
I march up to the sheriff's office.
Okay,
Wait, how many days? Wait, hold on. How many days? Not yet. How many days has it been?
it has been 36 hours since you escaped.
All right. I am going to wait. How long is it? What's the distance between the towns?
If you're traveling by horseback, you can make it in a day and a half from one town to the other. If you're traveling on foot, it's like a 3 day journey.
There and back?
No, in each direction. So on horseback, round trip, nonstop, like go to one place and then immediately turn around, it is 3 days by horseback and 6 days by foot.
All right. I'm going to wait on the outskirts of town, foraging for food um, for 6 days.
Okay.
Just staying in the shadows, eating what I can, and trying to make sure I keep my clothes clean, whatnot.
Okay. Um, this is where it gets.
Wait, hold on.
Huh?
It's not going to be 6 days. It's 3 days to get to Astari, and then on horseback, it's how long to get back?
A day and a half. And it's been a day and
So
a half for you already.
okay, so I'm only going to wait 3 more days because
Okay.
I should be able to get back to the town on a horse.
Right.
So I'll wait 4 days or whatever.
Okay. So here's where it gets complicated, and from a running a game perspective. Uh, what? Let's talk about scheduled weeks of availability here. I am out of town next week. Are you available to play on the 28th, the last day of February?
Oh shit! Like you're saying, I need another session for this.
Because enough time has passed that the party would have been involved in something, and I'm trying to figure out if we should figure out what the rest of the party does in response to the things that have happened to
All right,
you.
how about this? What if I say that I rode a horse to Astari and a horseback, so it was only a couple of days? Is that okay?
still, after 48 hours of you, like they were gonna send in the rest of the party to do the job that you failed to do in the prison. They were gonna send in Theobald next. So I need to know whether or not Theobald would have gone through and how that would have played out. Unless I can think of a reason why he wouldn't. No, that wouldn't have worked. Theobald might have been. Hold on. Let me take a silent DN moment while I figure out all the NPC actions. So you do this, that happens, those things happen. Um,
Because I just need a realistic amount of time to present the letter. That's all.
right. No, it makes perfect sense. It's totally in accordance with the plan. Um, okay. I think I know what would have happened. I think I understand the characters well enough to figure out how this would have gone down. Um, so you wait 2 days uh, outside on the outskirts of town. Give me a survival check.
Hmm? 19.
19. Nice. So you managed to find food and water and whatnot for 2 days. Um, and encounter checks for 2 days. You do not run into any nasty beasts on the outside of town. The 2 days out there are kind of plain and boring. You're
Okay,
just kind of
good.
hanging out in the shade, picking some berries, hunting some small animals and whatnot. You still have your little knife,
Yep.
but you don't have any other tools. Um, and on the second day, you proceed to enter town. From which entrance are you entering town? North, south, or east?
Coming from the north, obviously,
Okay.
from the direction
So
of the
you enter
star.
in from the north. The you get to the door or the gate to town. It is open, and there are a couple of guards standing around on the outside of the gates, just chatting with one another. Um, give me a deception check
Okay.
to try and like act like you're not the same halfling and not look like the same halfling, etc., etc.
Well, they know that. I don't mind if they know it's me, though. That's the thing.
You don't mind if they see Aldous strolling
Well,
in?
it's obviously me coming back in my noble gear, right?
Okay.
And I have a letter
Okay,
proving.
okay, cool. If that's what you're doing. So you walk in, and sure enough, you see uh, Buttonwig there. That's what he. There's the two guards chatting, and behind them are another two. One of which is Buttonwig, and as you walk up, he turns, like makes eye contact with you, and makes a big grin and starts walking towards and goes, "Well, well, well. If it isn't our sneaky little friend here."
Enough out of you. You are in a lot of trouble. Take me to the sheriff's office right now.
Oh, I think we'll be taking you the sheriff's office, and he and one of his other buddies immediately set up flanking positions on either side of you and escort you to the sheriff's office with lots of like prodding with the backs of their spears.
I tell them, touch me again and you will never work again. In fact, I might even have, um, I might even have you killed if you keep touching me and harassing me.
Ooh, what you gonna do about it?
And I pull out the letter and I shake it at them. I say, just take me to where I want to go.
They seem a little disconcerted and stop hitting you with sticks. Eventually, you end up at the sheriff's office.
Okay. Is the sheriff there?
He is indeed there. The sheriff is a strapping not quite middle-aged man. He's like mid to late 30s. He's got a salt and pepper beard, long gray hair, dark gray, like steel gray. No, not steel gray. It's kind of like a blackish grayish hair that's tied back in a ponytail. He has a spear and a shield and a breastplate on, and has like a headband around his forehead that is red in color. He
Okay.
is busy talking with some people, and you notice Orr and what's her name? Kreia.
Freya?
Kreia. Orr and Kreia behind bars. You do not see Theobald.
Okay. I walk up to where they're talking and I clear my throat and I stand tall and and proper with the
The
letter
sheriff
in my.
glances at you, finishes his conversation, which he doesn't seem to hurry up on at all, and then turns back to you and goes, "Well, well, well. Are you? Is this the halfling that escaped the dungeons? Ran past all of our cadets and embarrassed the shit out of us?
Yes, it is, and I'm glad I did. It probably saved you your job or life that I lived.
What do you
Just to let
mean?
you know, before we begin, I do want to let you know that two of my guards and our horses are missing, and I barely escaped with my life north of the city, closer to Charlotte. There's orcs on the road. I don't know if they're coming to your town. Be ready. I barely escaped with my life. That being said, I hand him the letter. You've
He
made a great mistake. I want my friends freed, and I want us to be on our way.
he opens it and reads it, and I believe you had rolled a 19 on the.
Yes.
Hmm. He scans it, reads it, looks up, makes eye contact with you, glances back down at the letter, reads it some more, looks up, makes eye contact with you, and turns to Buttonwig and goes, "Did you know about this guy before you arrested him?"
And
Buttonwig
I
goes,
kind of cross my arms and look at him.
He claimed to be connected, but you know, there was never really any proof of it." And the sheriff folds the paper in his hands and kind of frowns and looks back at Buttonwig and says, "What were his crimes again? I seem to have forgotten." Buttonwig says, well, he hit that one right there, pointing at Orr, punched me in the face. And and this one right here tried to bribe me to not say anything about it." And the sheriff looks back at you and goes, "Is that true, Aldous?"
Yes. That big oaf over there that protects me normally punched your guard in the face after harassment, which pissed me off to no end. I hate when authority is mistreated. Though I don't like him, he is authority, and I respect that authority, as I respect yours. Mistakes were made, but days later, he tried to punish us for this crime instead of doing it right then and there. The bribery is something that he took,
"You
just to let you
took the
know.
bribe?" And Buttonwood goes, I did no such thing. That's a bold-faced lie."
Oh, really? You didn't greedily take the silver and your cronies that were standing there with you? Are you sure about that?
The sheriff crosses his arms and like is looking between the two of you and goes, "This is some real shit. One way or the other, we've got some problems around here."
Yes, we do. I totally agree.
All right. Um, so, Mr. Aldous, what would you say would be the appropriate punishment for a guard who has been derelict in duty, who has accepted bribes, and who has used his position to abuse his power?
Well, where I come from, he would be stripped of all authority immediately. If you'd like to keep him uh, in your barracks and on your force, that would be a misstep on your part, because he'll do it again. Um, by no means would you kill the man, but he is a snake, and snakes bite. So strip him of anything that gives him power. Um, maybe have him work for you, hard labor for 30 days, 2 months. I don't know what you do down here, but he
2 months?
certainly
That
is not.
sounds good. He looks to the other guy who was having a conversation with previously and just kind of nods his head towards Buttonwig. The other guy draws his sword and they arrest Constable Buttonwig and they quickly toss him in jail, unlock the cell for Kreia and Orr. And the sheriff says, "Look, I'm mighty sorry, Mr. Lightfoot, about this misunderstanding. I hope you don't take it too personally. There's bound to be a few bad apples in every barrel."
Well, unfortunately for me, as a halfling, I run into shit like this all the time when I'm far from Astari. People just don't see my kind around here. I'm actually heading south to go to a wedding. Maybe you know it. Maybe you've heard of the wedding. These barbaric folk are the guards that I have hired, and I don't know where my companion Theobald is, but he is the.
Oh, Lord
Uh,
Theobald?
thank you. That's who I'm looking for, indeed. And in my head, I make note that he's
We
Lord.
yeah, we let him go after we figured out who he was.
Okay then. Well, I will. Do you know where he went?
He shakes his head.
Fair enough. Well, I'd like my guards. The other two I had are now dead. By the way, you do need to look into keeping the northern gate secured. There are orcs about and goblins.
Yeah, I know, I know. Sorry for the trouble, and good luck with your wedding. I hope we didn't delay you too terribly long.
I've been delayed 5 days now.
Well, I hope you can still make the wedding.
So do I. And I
And
nod and yeah.
he gives you your gear, and you depart with Kreia and Orr, and head back to the Golden Life where you meet up with Theobald.
Yay!
And that is it for this week.
Oh my god.
That was a fucking trip, dude. You got your
Yeah,
whoo.
that was crazy.
That was all over the place.
Cannot believe that I survived. This is
So
the best character ever. I have all my stuff, guys. Don't worry.
all right. So instead of the full reward for completing the quest, you're gonna get like that much of it. Okay. So then let's give experience for escaping from the prison. And experience for forging the letter, experience for getting your shit back together, experience for getting the front gate and the talking your way into the thingy. Let's give you some role playing experience. Well, I guess that's all role playing experience actually. Oh, and you defeated that one guy in combat. And I think that's it. I think that's everything. Am I missing something? Oh, no. Yeah. Let's do that here. So you get 700 experience total.
Damn. Okay. Nice. That's
And
hefty.
let's give you some fucking inspiration for some good role playing and some clever thinking.
Yay. Okay. Inspire. 1862 with experience. Now I'm already close to leveling to 4.
Yeah, 27, I believe.
2700, yep.
All right, man. That's that.
Holy shit. Fuck yeah. Awesome. That was fun, dude.
Yeah, yeah. I think I mentioned this to you guys earlier to the Age of Strife group, but one of the things I'm really looking forward to with this campaign is having people actually be sick or not be able to make it, so we can do like a one-on-one with Aldous. What does Aldous do while everyone else is away? Or like a one-on-one with, or like the the Gasm siblings. If we did like just the two of them, like what would they do by themselves? Or Aldous and Theobald. Like I like taking a look at the different segments. So when
Yeah, it's
people
awesome.
miss, I think it's a cool opportunity to
These
let other
side
people kind of
quests.
like
Yeah.
take the spotlight. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, right on.
What about my half elf friend? That was. He's probably dead, right?
He's probably dead. You'd have to, I'm not gonna spoil it, but that's a reasonable assumption because he's definitely not going out of jail.
Right. What about little Jimmy? What happened to him? Did he cry and
Um, let's not talk about little Jimmy because that might actually come back to bite you later on.
who's gonna believe a dumb kid that said like a little person said he was gonna go fight elves in the north? Well, I
Probably
hope that doesn't.
nobody. It may never come back to bite you ever again. But there's like a 5% chance that it might. So you know,
Okay.
let's leave it at that.
Okay then. Well,
That's yeah. So do you have any final words to say before we GTFO?
this was awesome doing basically a dicing with Strife. um, this was fun. I like doing the one-on-one thing. Of course, I miss the group, Shannon and Ello and
Yeah.
Scoots. If you're watching or if you watch the VOD, I miss you guys. If you want to follow me on Twitter or on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Soma and twitter.com/SomaJT. I don't get to stream that much. I work at Twitch, so I don't actually have a lot of time to have like a social life either. But it's a good kind of work. I don't mind that I'm always working. But I try to stream whenever I can. I'll probably be streaming some Days Your H1Z1 in the next few days. And I had a lot of fun. Thanks, Neil.
Cool.
Thanks
Well,
for
that's it
watching,
for
everybody.
us, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye, everybody.
Peace out, guys.